We're back.
Hello and welcome to the bunker.
We're back.
Guys, don't sound so excited.
Sorry.
Why are we sad?
We're excited.
The bunker is here.
Okay, well, none of us were crying.
Why are we sad?
Who said we were sad?
Why are we somber?
Because we just got word today that Jake the Snake from episode 3 has passed. The actor who played Jake the Snake has passed.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Blake the Snake,
Blake the Snake.
who played Jake the
Who
Snake,
played Jake the Snake.
he
Wait.
passed.
He passed.
You didn't tell me
R.I.P.
that.
to a real one.
Died choking on pizza.
Wow, what a way to go out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pepperoni.
R.I.P.
He bit
Blake.
into the pizza and poisoned the pizza and then continued eating it. So he died from his own poison.
Turns out snakes can't actually eat their own poison.
No,
It lives in
They're
ducks.
not immune to their own.
No, it lives in ducks in the top of their mouth, but if it gets into their stomach, they're dead.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's actually true.
There's no way
Can't
that could possibly be true.
Maybe it is.
It could be.
I don't
All
know.
you snake people out there, you let us know.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
don't mean
Any-
snake people. I mean people who
Not
like
like a you on
snakes.
T type of situation.
Right.
For all you nerds out there,
Yeah.
that's all you on T is.
Yeah.
I'm really embarrassed that I knew that off the top of my head.
Okay. Can we? This is a D&D podcast. It's okay.
true, that's
Yeah, that was a good
true.
point.
They know what they're here for.
Yeah.
Anyway, episode 6.
6, which is
Wild.
This Episode Sucks is the name of it.
Yep.
I like
Why did we call it that, Alyssa?
because of vampires.
Because of vampires.
Could they suck blood? They suck blood?
Because they suck blood.
Oh, man.
That's right. Vampires. This one was fun.
I'm glad you thought so, Joe. Because I feel like I did not like this episode.
Really?
No, I don't mean to like trash it on the podcast.
In front of our fans.
If you haven't listened to
This
it
is
yet,
an honest
just
space.
wait. You got a week.
Yeah.
I think here's
This
my
is an
thing.
honest space.
I haven't DM'd that much. I mean, I've DM'd a tiny bit, but like I was really learning a lot during this episode. Like I cannot bring in a bucket full of lore and background on the world into a space where we have about 2 to 3 hours, because then
Right.
it will just get really convoluted and it will just be confusing. And I feel like that's sort of where the episode started to lean to. I think we definitely brought it back. I think y'all did a good job bringing it back and helping me out. But yeah, I feel like, yeah. Anyway.
I want to say though, like yes, to a certain extent for sure, because like if there's too much lore in this one, yeah. But I also like the lore was awesome. Like I was
Oh,
like, this
thank you.
world is cool. Like I'm excited by this. Like I want to go and like hang out in the world more. You know what
You
I
want to
mean?
go to the creepy castle, horror castle?
Yeah, are you kidding?
Yeah.
Not like me, but like
What's-
in D&D, I want to
Oh.
go like hang out
Oh,
there
okay.
more. I
What's
want to
that
go.
anime about the vampires?
Castlevania.
I don't watch anime.
Is it Castlevania?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the one. I've only seen like half
I don't
the
think
first
it's
season.
actually an anime. It was originally a game, and then they made a TV
Oh.
show about it, which is
Oh,
an
is it made
animated-
here?
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Never mind. Well, that was sort of the inspiration for it.
Oh, nice.
I like had that image of like
I
the
liked it.
Dracula
Castlevania's
and his
cool.
wife, and yeah, I was like,
yeah. I like
had that
seriously, I thought
idea.
the lore was really cool. Like it was fun. And even like like when we first landed in the whirlwind and like we were like trying to figure out what was going on in the room and how like the rug was like an aromatic rug and there was like all this stuff going on. Like that was really interesting.
Yeah, I was trying to like plant seeds for like, ooh, what kind of monster is it?
Yeah, I liked
In the
that. That was
beginning.
fun.
Yeah.
I really liked the part where Cal was just adamant that he was like freaking Babe Ruth.
Oh
Yeah, I
my
was a baseball
gosh.
player.
Cal was in a rare form
Yeah.
on this episode.
I was
He
a baseball player.
He was a moody boy.
I think we talked about that at the end of the episode.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
each person got their own little time of self-reflection.
Yeah. 'cause
Yeah.
we were
Over the
there for
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
that was
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah,
but,
but
we're
yeah.
jumping the gun. We you know.
Yeah, Cal's thing was like he was a baseball player because other than the last episode, this was the first one that he was like back to normal. I guess he was back to normal in the last one a bit. But then like I think my thought process through it was like he, after killing somebody, spoilers if you haven't listened to the last 2, go listen to them. After killing someone, he gets all like thrown off. So then in the 4th episode, he's like not really himself till the end. And when he realizes everyone's like kind of forgives him, quote unquote,
yeah.
and he can forgive himself, I guess.
Yeah.
5, he's kind of normal, but then like 6, he's kind of just like, I think I was just, as I was thinking it through and like playing it, I was like, he's probably trying to get back to normal, but like everything's different now because he's got this lens of like, I killed somebody, and still kind of blames himself for it a little bit and feels a little guilty. So he just overcorrected and was like, I'm gonna be really goofy and funny and take everything like it doesn't matter. But then that like annoys everybody in the episode, and then he gets confused of like, I don't know, like, what do you want?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that was kind of why he became a baseball player.
Yeah, that's funny.
But my wooden bat worked.
What do you want? What do you want?
I want to play
the
baseball.
They said I couldn't play baseball.
Yeah.
Little niche,
But that was a fun
reference
episode.
for all you fans out there.
Wallace gets all snobby.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
kind of gets in touch with his
Yeah, that was an
old,
interesting side of him.
like aristocratic roots.
Yeah, that was like, we'd never seen that side of him really, other than like maybe some in high school. But
Yeah. And it scared him. He was
it scared all of
Yeah.
us. We were all
It was
like,
like-
"Ooh, the frick?"
it's like when the dean in Community like does that
Oh my
rap and then he's like,
God.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know what came
I think
out.
that's one of my
I'm a
favorite
peanut
scenes
bar,
in
and I'm
Community.
here to say, paycheck's not. I get paid today.
I love that
Another day,
episode.
another day.
Another day, another dollar. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
But he did kind of know what came over him, but he was still just like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
That was cool.
this episode was sort of a self-reflection for everyone.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Because June had
Yeah.
a similar thing too, where she had to become pretty ruthless at the end during the combat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was kind of just like, I gotta protect my people, and I think that means killing these guys before they go full vampire, you know?
Yeah.
that
you
was
turned into a
intense.
hyena and ripped
Yeah.
the head off a lady.
Yeah.
I ripped the head off of 3
Level
people.
2 druid.
Yeah, super fun.
Big
Yeah.
hyena.
Yeah, she's, there's darkness inside of her.
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see how June is almost the most like ruthless out of the group,
Mm-hmm.
when you would never have guessed that from the beginning,
Yeah.
which I think is very interesting,
Yeah.
and I like it.
Stone Cold Killer.
Yeah.
Cold killer.
I know for Eddie, her big thing was like coming to terms with the fact that she wants to help, but she has a limited number of skills in terms of her, like, she's not a fighter
Right.
in any sense. And
Right.
so, like, trying to figure out how she can contribute to the group, but also, like, trying to let the group help her
Yeah.
and, like, accept that.
right.
I will say something about DMing this one. I went in with a plan of like how I was hoping like the climax of this little mini story would go, in terms of like, it was supposed to be a dinner party. And so I was like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
well, they'll be in like the dining room, they'll be being served dinner, and then someone's going to reveal themselves as a vampire.
right.
And then there'll be a fight in the dining room, and it'll be like dramatic and funny and like all these things. Like, I had this whole idea, and it's hilarious how much it wasn't that.
Yeah.
But I actually really liked where it ended up turning
Yeah.
into,
Yeah.
because
Oh,
it was
yeah.
sort of like, okay, we have to trust each other. We can't be fighting amongst each other because we'll get killed by this vampire, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, for sure.
But
That's cool.
yeah, I definitely was like much less prepared for this one because I had more of a plan going into it, which is interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, I found that out about myself, as like, if I go in with like more of a loose plan and like an idea of like certain things that could happen, it makes it so much easier when you guys decide to do something that I did not expect,
Yeah.
because I can pivot easier.
Mhm.
Yes.
So that was like a little good lesson I learned
Yeah.
DMing this one.
That's a
Yeah.
good lesson.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, this one was fun. I liked this one.
Me too.
It had some funny moments.
Well, and then once we
Yeah.
once we found the like where the serum or the like the stuff was being made, like the lab or whatever,
Yeah.
that was kind of crazy, and it was cool, and like, I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like I was very like, the story that you made had me hooked. Like, I was like, what is going on? Like, I just really wanted to like figure it out. You know what I mean?
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
It was
Yeah.
one of those ones where it's like everyone is suspect.
Yeah.
for a second. So
Yeah.
we were really on the edge of our seats
Yeah.
with that one.
Yeah, I agree.
I at one point you were describing like that one like kind of drawing room that everyone was at, and I think
Yes.
Ace was like, "Oh, I'll draw something."
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh, yeah.
That was so funny.
I just
Yeah,
And
you were
then-
like,
and
what
then-
are we drawing today?
And then he was like, "Have you seen any good paintings
did you?
lately?"
Yeah.
And then you were like, Prithee.
Prithee. Well met.
Yeah.
Prithee and well met.
When you were describing it though, I think the picture in my head was close to like have you guys ever ridden the Tower of Terror at
Yes.
Disney?
Yeah.
It was like with all the paintings and
Yeah,
stuff at the beginning.
yeah.
Like I was thinking about that and I was like, ooh.
I have an
and
embarrassing story about Tower of Terror.
oh, did you like throw up on there or something?
No, I went I was just so thoroughly freaked from that ride. Like I went on it later and it wasn't scary. So I don't know why. Everyone was like looking at me when we got off the ride because the entire time I was screaming my head off. Like screaming like a roller coaster. And it's not a roller coaster.
Oh, funny. That's hilarious.
Wow, I just unlocked that
Wow.
memory. That was embarrassing.
What a
Sad.
time.
Yeah, I'll tell Joe. You also have
Josiah,
an embarrassing
I don't
story
think
on
it's
the...
embarrassing, but Josiah tells the story every time the Tower of Terror comes up. So Josiah, you can tell it.
We were riding the Tower of
I
Terror
really don't think it's
pretty recently. I just thought it
Oh,
was...
that's right. Yeah.
It was like...
yeah.
It just was really funny to me in that moment, the way it happened. So basically, like, we're
I
riding the
think it
Tower
was
of
more
Terror.
funny than I wasn't embarrassed by it. I thought it was funny.
No, it's not. Joe, like, you can't really embarrass him that much, but like, I just thought it was funny. Okay, anyway,
Let's move on. Just kidding. Yeah, tell it.
we're riding the Tower of Terror, and I mean, Joe and I are next to each other, so like we're riffing. We got like our little quips and things that we're saying.
Imagine Josiah and I on a roller coaster that we're not like super scared of, but like everyone else
Yeah.
on the ride is like yelling.
Uh-huh.
We're like,
We're
You're goofing.
we're cracking
Yeah.
jokes.
Yeah.
we're tossing jokes.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're just stacking breaks.
Like, whoa, look at that old lady over there.
like ooh.
ooh.
But like
Stuff like
it's like
that.
that, but it's like funny. To us at least. Anyway,
Top tier humor.
towards the end of the ride, like we get to this part where it's like kind of like the main thing is like it's like a drop tower kind of,
Uh-huh.
and it's going up and down.
Mhm.
And then right before Joe thinks there's gonna be one more drop, he out loud enough so that everyone could
was
hear.
quiet because
Everyone
the ride
yeah.
was like currently still.
Yeah. So everyone's like waiting with bated breath, and he just goes, "Anyone know any jokes?"
And then the doors open and, the
doors
ride
open.
And I was like, oh.
Like he wanted to
Okay,
say
that
that
is
before
funny,
a
though.
drop, and he said it there, and then just the doors open, and we're like,
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought I was gonna be able to say it and then we'd like drop one more time. Yeah, but it was just over.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's even funnier, really.
we
was
we
pretty
look
funny.
over, and Evan's just like shaking his head.
Oh my god.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's very
Wow.
funny.
Tell us your favorite Tower of Terror moment.
Yeah,
I know everyone's got them.
Light up
Tell
that
them-
comment
tell them
section.
that in-
remember.
Oh, I meant the
ride.
listeners, but you
Oh.
can too.
You told yours already, I think.
I thought it was
Laura,
not
tell
gonna
us
be
your
those
favorite
today.
Tower of Terror moment. I know you have a lot of them. Which is your
Yeah.
favorite one?
I don't remember.
You've spent a lot of time in a terror tower, haven't you?
I literally don't remember.
All right, and Joe, over to you with today's sponsor.
Today's sponsor,
Yes. Guys, we are really, really excited about today's sponsor.
Really excited.
Last week's sponsor, Wim Wham Xerox, or the Shammy Whammy
Shimmy shammy
Shimmy
Xerox.
Shammy Xerox. They got upset because we didn't know how to pronounce the name correctly, so
Yeah.
they decided to not sponsor this week, but that's
Bummer.
fine.
Bummer.
That's fine.
Who do we have this week?
Yeah, this week we've got Willie's Waffle Shack. It's a local thing here,
Yep.
right down the road. Willie's
Yep.
Waffle Shack. You
Yep.
can't miss it. Well, you can miss it if you're not looking
I mean,
for it.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
There's no road leading up to it. It's just kind of like a little box.
Mhm.
It's on the side of the road.
Mhm.
If you go out of my house, take a left, 2 rights, down the road 10 minutes, and back the way you came.
Yep.
You're gonna
Yep.
see it.
Willie's Waffle.
Willie's
Shack.
Waffle
just
Shack.
a small box.
Just a small box.
Yep.
You'll find Willie in there. Willie's got a lot of different types of waffles. Interesting. They come in needles, and you inject them into your.
Boo. Boo.
He lives in there, and he'll tell you it's heroin, but I
No.
think it's a waffle.
No.
I was already nervous. I was already nervous about the name. I was already cringing so much about the name.
Vetoed. No, that was he'll really try to. He tries to convince you it's heroin. I promise you, it's waffles. Anyways,
Joe can't stop going back there.
I
He's
can't
hooked.
stop. I'm addicted to Willie's waffles.
Oh, okay.
Now
We
we're
are
gonna-
never going to Joe for an ad break ever again.
That is what you call someone who is improving an ad break and just goes with whatever comes to mind.
Interesting that heroin's first on your mind. I don't know if I really want to talk about heroin on our podcast.
All right, fine. I'll come out with a new ad.
I mean, it's okay.
Just literally, you can do the same bit if you want. And
Okay,
just
let's not.
Don't.
No. You have to come up with something new. No. And Joe, over to you for our sponsor of this week's episode.
Alyssa, I'm glad you asked for the first time.
Yes, I've never asked you for an ad break before on this episode.
Nope.
I think that's the ad.
Come on down to John's.
We'll see you
let's
next
open
week.
a card.
Come on down.
Just come on down to John.
Yeah.
That's the whole ad.
That's all the copy says here. He just said, John wrote me an email. He said, tell him to come on down to my house.
Oh,
Come on down to John's.
I mean, he paid us. He paid us. So
Thank you, John, for your
Thanks,
payment.
John. All right, so are we ready for a pod deck?
I think so.
All right, Laura, would you like to roll this time?
Come on down.
Yes, I would.
We'll see you next week.
Come on down to John's. We'll see you next time.
John's. Come on down to John's. Thanks, John.
We'll see you
Thank
next
you,
week.
John, for your sponsor.
Yeah. Thanks, John. Shout out one time, John.
3.
Would you rather?
I would.
Sorry.
Alyssa, make more noise.
Weren't you the one who said that you had a headache?
Yes.
Okay.
That was
All
last.
right, let Josiah
that was 2
hold
weeks
the cards
ago.
out, and then Joe will pick a card.
Oh.
That's
All right, you have to fan these out for Joe.
That was 2 weeks.
Fan those out for me, Josiah. Would you
Joe,
rather,
you're going to have to speak up.
Would you rather never be able to use search engines again or never use smartphone apps again? So like never use Google or never use an app.
That's actually so hard.
That is a tough one. I think it's going to have to be apps. I can never
Yeah.
use an app again.
apps.
Because Google's got everything, including websites for those apps.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
Like, I could get by without
yeah, I guess
a
that's
lot of
right.
apps.
That's right.
Not most of them.
I said that was a hard one, but then we all really came to a decision
Yeah.
really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, let's narrow it down.
Or not.
You either either you can't use search engines or you can't use apps. However, if you use search engines, then you cannot go to any sites that are related to apps. Personally, I would still choose search engines. But that means like no social media.
That's okay. I'd rather
I could
not
do
have
without.
access
And
to
that
social
means
media.
Well, I don't use social media anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
so that's actually wouldn't
So
be that
Laura
difficult for
actually
me.
already won the game.
Yeah, I really did. Honestly, just quick little thing. This is just a general PSA, mental health PSA. I'm gonna be real serious for a second. Staying off social media helps your mental health so much.
Yeah.
And so if any of y'all listening have issues with anxiety or feel like you're struggling with your mental health, just limiting your time on social media, even putting a timer on there, that really helps.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I agree.
back to the fun podcast. Sorry.
No, that's good, Laura.
I personally would choose apps because I can't live without my Instagram.
Sorry.
Just kidding.
That PSA was really just a JSA. It was a Joe service announcement.
No.
What?
Could also be Josiah service announcement.
Oh,
Shout
which one
yourself
is
out.
it?
Yeah.
Could also be Jalissa.
Jalissa.
Laura.
Jalora.
Hey guys, we ended the bunker, but Laura had one more
I
thing to
really
say.
wanted
so
to say
she's gonna
something,
say
so
it.
I told him
And
to
I
record
think it's
again.
valid. Yeah.
The next episode, episode 7, is
Episode 7.
my favorite episode of the season. It really is.
Whoa,
It
high
genuinely
praise.
is my favorite episode of the season. I really loved it. And I'm being played
was
off
really
right
fun
now.
to
I'm
play.
being played off right now.
It was really fun. It was a lot of fun to play.
Yeah, it was.
Episode 7 is fun. Yeah.
I
And we're
really
very
liked it.
excited for episode 7.
Okay,
It's
listen,
gonna be really
episode
fun.
7, it'll be out next week.
Okay, bye.